My name is Aleksandra Zienkiewicz. I am from Wrocław in Poland, and I work in Municipal Green Spaces Management Office. It's a organizational unit of Municipality of Wrocław that cares for green spaces in Wrocław and greenery along the streets, and for some agricultural land also. Maybe I'll tell something more as a whole, because we are here mostly because of trees and arboriculture. So I want to say that I love trees. And for several years I was urban activist and tree activist, and actually it all began from trees, unfortunately from said event, because some of the trees in a place where I was sometimes sitting with my friends and chat and so on, they were cut down, so to build a new building. That building is still unfinished, so it's an irony actually. So the area is closed till today. Yeah, it's like for over 10 years now. And so I engaged in activism, but I also was very keen to learn, because it's not only that I think that trees are pretty and we should have trees in our cities, but also I wanted to understand them. And there was a time before that, like several years before what I'm now saying, that I was wondering why the branches are cut, mostly in spring. It was like every spring I see new wounds on the trees, and I was wondering, is it necessary? And I did know nothing about it. And then when I engaged myself and I met Piotr Tyszko, and I attended many trainings and conferences of Fundacja Rozwoju, so the Eco Development Foundation, I learned a lot, and it was like opened my head, and I still learn something new about trees. And it made me realize that trees are really fascinating creatures, and they're so different than us, and they have their own ways. And we don't know a lot. We do now know very much, but still not everything. And the fact that how they are connecting with other organisms, with fungi and insects, and how they can rejuvenate and like recreating themselves through time, it's just totally awesome. So this is like why I am so dedicated to trees. And even if in my work I do mostly promotional stuff, so I rather tell people about what my organization unit do and why we do it, it is still always the background that I know that we do good stuff. Because we plant more trees, we care like more and in a more professional way about trees that we already have, and we are trying to implement the best practices. So it's not easy, it always takes time, because it is hard for people to adapt to new things, that also it sometimes costs money, but we're like developing and we're doing it, and this is really important, and I think that Wrocław can be a good example for others. So also for Kyiv and Ukrainian people. So I would say, first of all, they should learn. They should get knowledge, and this should be the basis. Because without that, it is always like just protesting, because people tend to activate themselves when something's bad happen, and I think that it's not enough. And it's really also hard to cooperate with officials if you just say, oh, the trees are so nice and you shouldn't do anything to them. The conversation is like on two tracks. It never meets. So in order to be able to cooperate and to help actually officials to, for example, implement some more brave things into dealing with, for example, trees, but also green areas. I think that activists should know, know maybe not a lot, but the basics, and it would be really great if they were supported by scientists, biologists, like people who know more, because then there's the mixture of those people with different backgrounds and different kind of knowledge can give like the best effect and result in the end. So we are here to raise arboriculture of Ukraine on a higher level, and I really do hope that Pelican Leaf and Emblems Foundation will do it. And we need it because we need trees. We need trees to survive, especially in the that part of the world that is like naturally forested. So trees are natural to our environment. It's very much different for the places where there are deserts or something like that. So we are really lucky. We live in a space where trees can grow. And then, yes, we have responsibilities to care for them professionally, so they may prevail for the longest possible time, because we have to remember that trees, they are designed to even live forever. So let's not destroy that.